What's going on? What's going on? This is Lawrence D. Adams. Yes, I am back, ready to go. Talk about it today. How a woman would do this. I didn't put would do this in order to feel that. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to get a little not too graphic, but we're going to talk about it today. What's going on, brother? What's going way in Canada? What's going on, brother? How's it going? Okay, what's up, man? There we go. What's going on? What's going on? I realize people don't know. I see them and I see them. Trust me. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Wait for everybody to get into the chat room so we can get rolling around what we want to talk about today. What's going on? How women will do this in order to feel that. Had to switch it up because I can. What's going on? What's going on in order to what's good? What's going? Yeah, in order to what? What's good? Yeah. So we're gonna talk about it today. What's going on? What's going on? Somehow I'm running slow for some reason. I don't know why. I'm gonna check. Maybe my other computer is running. But what's going on, everybody? How women will do this in order to feel that. Yes, how women will do this in order to feel that. I had to change it up because we can go deep on this channel, and I want to make sure it's around the holidays, sort of lighten it up and give you some good game right quick. Let me drop this down right quick. There we go. That's better. Give you some good game right quick. So how women will do this in order to feel that. How women will do this in order to feel that. Y'all not ready. Hit the like button when you come in. I appreciate it. What's up, my good people? My good people, my good people. Yeah, y'all LDA had some. I was gonna talk about female incels because there is a thing as female incels, but I don't want to talk about that. That's going too far. But how's everybody doing? Let me know how you're doing in the chat room so we can get started what we're talking about. How women will do this in order to that. Right. I didn't even think about that. Your outfit matches the lion print. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. So everybody's here. Let's get rolling around. Got my cover in the background. Let me get it out the scene. There we go. Get it out the scene and let's do this. Here we go. How women would do this in order to what? Get that, to feel that. What do you think women will do to feel that? So there's a lot right there that we can talk about, but I want to make sure we get the people in the chat room. Y'all ready for what I'm ready to talk about? Please let me know so we can get rolling around because I'm really excited about what we're about to talk about. I'm going to plug my phone in, make sure my phones are plugged in. Women will do this in order to feel that. So let me set my case up because I know I'm going to have to repeat it, and I got to pull my light up a little bit because it's not, there we go. Women would do this in order to feel that. As you know, I can always say we're in a time in a culture where people have forgotten the very primal instincts that we have. At the end of the day, how much as we don't want to admit it, we are animals. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hell, Fenice. Yep. I will say support the man. Okay. Could say that. But women will do this in order to feel that from a man. Women will do this in order to what? Feel that from a man. So as I said before, at the end of the day, we are all at base level, primal, and animalistic when it comes to our lives. But what happens is we have forgotten our primal instincts. Whatever it takes to get whatever they require from a man. Okay, that's one thing, but that's not it. That's not what she would do. So women understanding female nature is completely opposite of masculine nature. Feminine nature and masculine nature are completely opposite, and they should be. We're completely different. Okay, I don't like the way my light is doing. That really didn't do it. Okay, let's do this. Right, there we go. It's completely different. And so what happens is once you understand female nature, but you gotta also understand your nature. So we realize that at the primal level, we are still animals, and this is all a setup to what I want to talk about. And since we are all animals on a base level, sometimes we forget our basic animalistic natures that are been in us, regardless of what society has programs and program us to be, or what the culture that we're in now has presented us. So no matter where you dip the culture in, a human being into a culture, we still have these base level things that we as humans all have. Some are more pronounced and some are not more pronounced. So one of the things that you got to understand at the end of the day, women will do this in order to feel that. So women will do a certain thing in order to feel something from a man. But what would she do what would she do? And a lot of guys don't see this coming because one, they're in their feelings, two, their ego getting away, three, they're insecure, four, they don't know how to handle it. So you ask me to repeat that, I cannot. What's good? What's good? What's good, everyone? What's up? What's going on, Tim? So it's certain things women will do this in order to feel this from a man. So the first thing I know that came to mind, they will do something in order to feel something else. But no, women by nature are feelers. They have to feel something from you. But what happens is most guys don't know this. Women need to feel something particular from a man, so she would do something to get that feeling from a man. And what happens is a lot of guys do not, because of their insecurity, because of they don't know, and because they've been either raised by their mama, or they respond directly back to them as a woman. So a man can be masculine, but yet, I mean, not masculine. He can be a male, but not a male man. That means he's strictly standing in his masculinity. So if y'all ready for what we to talk about, we can start shooting from there. So the first thing that you want to realize, women at an instinctive level, is intrinsic inside of her that she will do this. Men, please pay attention to what I'm saying to you. Submit or fake submission to feel love. That's a good one. That's good right there. That's good. No. And most guys do not see this. They do not. They see it, but they say, well, I never thought about that. And I said it before in the show many times. If you listen to anything I've talked about, anything I shared, you realize that I've said this before, but I'm presenting it in another way because I want you to get it. If you listen to anything I've talked about, on here, you realize that women will do this in order to feel that. So let's break it down. Trying to set up my OnlyFans so you guys can see I'm not playing. So you can see OnlyFans is actually set up. Just got to get it rolling around. Somebody's in. Men let their ego affect the way a woman is trying to present herself to him, and it may discourage the woman, especially when she's trying to give. That's a very good point. Very good point. Men let their ego, but this is not it. That's good too. Men let their ego affect the way a woman is trying to present herself to him. It may discourage the woman, especially when she's trying to give. So what is it that women will do? A woman will do not just this one thing, but this thing. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. This woman will do this thing. What she will do, She would test him in order to feel his masculinity. It's so simple. Women will test the man in order to feel his masculinity. Let me say it slowly. Women instinctively will test a man to feel his masculinity. Women will instinctively test a man to feel his masculinity. Why does she test a man? Why does she do that? Women will do this to feel from the man what? The answer, women will test a man in order to feel his masculinity. See, there's a lot of guys posing as that they're masculine and that they're alphas and that they're the man and I can do this. But what a woman instinctively knows, and this is not this is not something taught, this is instinctively inside of her, she must figure out if she's dealing with a poser, a fake, or she's dealing with a real man. So everybody that says, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man, what happens is she has to feel or know when she deals with you that she's dealing with what? A real man. Okay. What you say, a woman testing you when in a relationship is a good thing, too much is a bad versus right. So that's a good question. I'm gonna get to that. So what she does is, what the test is, sometimes we think that testing is blatant, but sometimes it's very indirect because women are not that direct all the time. So what she needs to feel is your masculinity. So what she does, she needs to know that even though you say you are the man, she needs to know that that when you say something, that you mean it. Right, there you go. There you go. Roscoe Starr. She has to encounter that you are who you say you are and can stand on your word and protect her. Please tell the people in the back of the room what you just said. This is 100% true. I have instinctively done this before, one test, and I can tell. Do you hear what I'm telling you? I'm gonna get back to your question, Tim, because it's a good question. You got to understand, women will pose things to you to see how you will respond. Will you get emotional when she asks you something, or will you get in your feelings? Why'd you say that? All along, she's want to see if you can stand in your masculinity so that she can rest in her femininity and so that she doesn't have to be in her masculinity. All along, repeat this again. Women will do this to see will you stand in your masculinity so that she can rest in her femininity because she doesn't want to be in her masculinity. Please understand that. Please. I believe that if you start slipping up, she would test you to make sure that you're still the man. It's like a signal to you. That is it, Tim. That is it right there. I don't care whatever stage, relationship, dating, whatever the case, you just meet her. She wants to know, can you be the man? Are you moved by your emotions? Because if not, you are just like her. If you are moved just like her, balance my feminine with your masculine energy. That's it. She needs to know, will you respond like her? And many guys have been responding. Here we go. Many men have been responding like a woman to a woman. And you wonder why you're not winning in this game. You wonder why you're losing in the game. It's because you're responding to her like a woman and not like a man. When you like a man, you not that you don't have emotions, but that you have your emotions in check and you're not moved when she gets emotional. That is the true essence of the game. You're not moved by her emotional test or emotional response that she gives you, but you stand and say, okay, this is what it is. See, no one's going to tell you this. They want to teach you do this, do that. No. When you apply what I'm sharing you with you right now, it definitely works. Because she just said 100%. What do you say? 100% true. I instinctively done that before one test, and I can tell. Because she doesn't want to be with a man that she has to protect, where she has to be the man. No woman wants to be with a man that she wants to feel like she has to be the man. Let me say that again. It doesn't matter, and I know this is going to bother some people. Your checkbook, your looks is not the thing. What happens is, are you a man on the inside, or are you really a male that's an emotional male? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. But guys getting loud in argument, hanging up, blocking calls for days. Uh-oh. It's out of the woman's mouth. The thing of it is, a man must be in his logic. His emotions must be grounded. But what happens is, if you have never seen a man respond in a test, what happens is a lot of men have not been tested. So you're very emotional. You get in your feelings if things don't go your way. But when you are on your square as a man, standing on your apex, being at the top of the apex, she now, as one person, I can't find a response, she submits willingly. I remember those times, right? See, that's the thing. I'm giving you the game. See, this is not when you're going to hear regularly just anywhere. She wants to see if you will buckle. Because if you buckle with her, guess what? You will buckle with everybody else. You will buckle with another man. You will buckle with someone else. That's why it is so important, as we teach on here. The game is just strategy, but you have to stand your square as a man. You must be a man. That does not mean that you don't have emotions. It means that your emotions are grounded and that you are centered in who you are, and you are not bothered by it. What's going on, my good people? MGP, I'm sorry. So you got to understand, a woman will test you or poke the bear to see if how you're going to respond. She will say something completely contrary to see if you get off your apex, or will you be like, okay, whatever, this is what we're going to do. If you cannot handle that, if you give the examples as Tish has said, if you getting loud in an argument, hanging up, blocking calls for days, who's the emotional one, her or you? Then she knows she has you by your balls. Then she knows she has put your balls in her pocketbook and she's gone down the road. Please understand what I'm saying to you. Let me say it again. She has grabbed your balls and took them down and put them in her pocketbook, her Louis bag, and she's gone down the road, and she would never ever respect you for the man you said you are, because your words don't match up to what I'm saying. All good content just emphasize emotional unavailability, being spiritual grounding, and nothing will phase you. That's right. And see, a lot of guys are emotionally driven. That's why they're not here. That's why they don't want to listen to this, because they want the quick fix, quick peel, something that's going to make them feel good, and they don't want to put in the work. They want something that's going to be like, oh man, that's cool. They rather listen to something else than listen to the truth of how women really are and what women really will do. Even an example, once the balls are in the pocketbook, I don't want him anymore. It's a turnoff. You're the woman that's telling you right there. She's telling you. Once she has put your balls in the clamp and put it in the pocketbook, she is turned off and she wants nothing to do with you. So many times she wants to poke you to feel your masculinity, for you to say, hey, cut it out. Don't move. Don't do that. As much as society says women don't want that, Secretly and deep down, instinctively, women want a man who can put them in their place. I don't care what they say. I don't care how far feminists is going. I don't care what women want to be independent. They want to, we can do this. We can do this. We don't need no man. At the end of the day, a woman wants a man that can put her in her place. You don't believe it? Ask the women in here. A woman wants a man who can put her in her place. What happens is you are afraid to do that because you're afraid that you're going to lose her. And put her in her place is not a disrespectful thing. The thing of it is to say, this is the board, this is the boundaries where you go. If you cross, it's going to be some problems. She needs to feel that from you. And most times, most women ain't scared of you, men, because you don't set the demarcation of where it needs to be. What's going on? Ha. So most men do not set the boundaries of what it is about their masculinity. So the woman will always push against it. She needs to push against it so that she knows that you are a man. You got to understand, there's a truck litter load of men trying to be men. There's a truckload of men who are putting out information that say they're men, but they don't pass the woman's test. And the thing of it is, what happens is they are failing and don't even know why they're losing. Not putting her in her place, but let her know the allocation of the roles. That's right. So what happens is, if you do not do this, the woman once again would go stage left. I'm out of this play. I don't want to deal with you, because there's too many men who are posing as men and are thinking the front. Do you know that? Just as men have complaints about women, guess what? Women have complaints about men. And so what happens is, I'm talking to you brothers, stand up and say, this is what it is, this is what it ain't. It's not getting emotional, it's not getting loud, it's not hanging up, I hate you, I wish she was here, then calling her back. It's when you stand up and say, I'm not going to respond emotionally, I'm going to respond with my logic and let her know this is what it is. What happens is, she now can rest in her femininity, and now she doesn't have to be in her masculinity, and now you can stand up in your masculinity. But no woman wants to argue with another woman. Always emphasizing putting her in a place does not mean hitting her, right? It is a mental game, but too many men are ruled by their loins, right? It's never about get into place, silly. No, it's never about, let me say this, because most guys, a real PI does not put his hands on a woman. He doesn't need to put his hands on this woman. Please understand. He does not need to put if he put his hands on a woman, he is already lost. He is in his emotions. By the time he put his hands on the woman, she has already multiple times has tested him and he has failed. And he's gone to the last resort, and that was physical. Let me say that again. If the man has to put his hands on the woman, he has already on multiple times has flunked the test with her, and he's in his emotions. I'm saying this because I know what I'm talking about. This is straight from the heart. If you got to do that, you already failed at the game. You already lost. Second of all, you're going to jail because it's assault and battery. And on the flip side, ain't no woman need to be putting their hands on a man. We got a lot of women out here who think because who they think they are, that they can put their hands on a man. That's the most dangerous thing to do, to put your hands on a wild lion. Because if you put your hands on a lion, what's going to happen is you will get ate up. You will get ate up. So I want to make sure I emphasize that. So all you women who think you got the right to put your hands on a man, you will be taken care of. So don't think that. I want to make sure I emphasize we're not, like I'm saying, we're not over here building punks over here. We build, there's men, Renaissance men. But don't think you're going to just put your hands on a man and there's no consequences. That is the issue with some women. They think they do things, but there's no consequences to their actions. But there are definitely consequences to whatever you're doing. If you do A, B is going to happen to you, and you might receive C also added to it. But back to the point of what I'm saying, a man has to stand in his masculinity. He cannot be all in his emotions. Not that he does not have emotions, not that he does not get angry, not that he does not get mad, but he has to realize what is this woman really after? She needs to smell your masculinity from 1,000 miles away. She needs to know that when she see your teeth, that you will chew her up on the bed. She needs to know nothing. This is something that you don't do with your hands. This is something you do with your essence as a man. Any woman in this chat room will concur to what I am saying with you. Women need to know that you are the man. She's tired of playing with the guys who only play with her emotions, only to act like a female with them. If she wanted a female, she would have been with a female. So it's an opportunity that I presented this game to you. I'm presenting this knowledge to you that women will do this instinctively to feel your masculinity. But the thing of it is, she needs to feel it. You need to be it. Women are starving for attention, yes, but they're starving for true masculinity. Women are starving for true masculinity. True masculinity. Not this, what you see on TV, persona of what masculinity is. I hate the whole term toxic masculinity because it's taken out of context. But she needs to know that you, at the end of the day, ain't nothing to play with. She needs to feel the protection, security, and rest in her soul that you are the man, M-A-N, man. And you don't even need to say it. She can recognize it by the way you walk, by the way you talk, by the way you carry yourself, and the way you do what you do. I would say also that when a man is in his masculinity and I'm in my femininity, the belly makes me feel safe. That makes you feel safe. Yeah, it makes you feel. Why do it make you feel safe? Because now you can rest. Too many women are too stuck in their masculinity, and they forget how to swim or exercise in their femininity. They forget how to swim in their femininity. So here, my challenge to the men today is step into your full masculinity. That means being direct, forward. As much as people did not like the brother Kevin Samuels or what he said, he was straightforward and to the point. That was what men do. All this mammy made, don't say that, you hurting her feelings, she ain't gonna feel right. Guess what happens? So freaking what? Because at the job that many women go to, they don't treat her just any kind of way. The only thing that stops that from happening is HR. Right, thank you. There's no such thing as toxic masculinity. I mean, being a jerk playing macho and being a butthole is toxic, correct? That is it. And so many men have mixed up being a jerk and trying to be macho, I'm the man, and being the butthole as being masculinity. If you ever watch any James Bond movie, he is one of the epitomes of what masculinity is. Smooth, confident, debonair, knows what he wants, and gets what he wants. But what happens is we've been looking at the wrong image of what masculinity is, or people presenting the image of what masculinity is, and it's not working for them. If this is making sense to you, let me know in the chat room. I need to see, I need to make sure I'm on point with this. If this is connecting to you, please let me know where I'm going to stop. If this is making sense to you, if this, like, you know what, I needed to hear this. This is right on point. You preaching, you right on the, you telling the truth. Let me know in the chat room that this is connecting with you. Now, I know it's a delay. The reason why a lot of you guys, okay, there we go. All right, good. So you got to understand, on point and beyond, as always. I appreciate that. So you got to understand what I am doing. I am a technician doing a treatment on the men that women happen to be listening to. I am a technician doing a treatment on men that women just happen to have an ear to hear. Because if I can get you to this, then you have to worry about if your game works or not. A woman can, when you walk down the street, the way you tilt your hat or the way you rock your clothes, whatever, guess what's going to happen? She's going to sense your masculine fragrance just by who you are. Then, if you're doing that, she does not have to test you. If you're standing on your square, if you're being who you are, she does not have to test you. She doesn't. Because she knows she better not cross that line in the sand. Now she gonna get her toes real close to it. I'm telling you, real close to it. Real close to it. She gonna get it real close. She's gonna be right there on the edge just to see what you gonna do. She gonna put it right there and see whether you gonna growl or you just gonna let her sit there. Or they gonna do that. It is instinctively for them to do that. And if you don't understand that, then you don't have to complain about what women do. This is not a complaining show, and this is not a hate. We don't hate women over here. If you want to hate women, this is not the channel. If you want to complain about women, this is not the channel. This is a place of learning, and I just happen to be the technician to do a treatment to get you to where you need to be at. But we don't complain about women over here, nor do we hate women. Actually, I love women. They're beautiful. The way they walk, the talk, the essence, the way they move, the smell, everything about them. But at the end of the day, you still have to be the man. And if you are not the man, she will try to push your buttons to get you to react. And I share this with my sons. Anyone who can make you angry controls you. Listen to what I just told you. Anyone, I didn't know I paid $5 to iTunes, but okay. Somebody might have hit my account. But find out what this is. Okay. So she would do anything she can to try to control you. Yeah, that's how I feel when a woman does that. It's disrespectful to me, especially depending on the depth of the disrespect. That means I'm not where I should be as a man yet. Right? But what you got to do, Tim, is not react to it. You got to not react to it when she does that. You have to let her know in no circumstance that you don't tolerate that. Women know when you don't tolerate something or you just playing. Don't get in your feelings about it, because then it turns, the energy begins to switch. And now you have two women arguing and not a man and a woman. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Is angry not a result of hurt feelings? Yes, anger is a result of hurt feelings, but anger has a deeper meaning, and it's a loss of control. You angry because you're hurt, but because you feel you lost control of something. So yeah, you can get angry and upset. Don't get me wrong. I am not teaching men to be robots over here, because the woman don't want a robot. She needs to feel you, but she also needs to know that you ain't playing. So I don't want you to think you need to be a robot over here, like, yes, whatever you say, I will do that. No, no woman wants that. No woman wants that. What she does want to feel is your masculinity. She wants to feel that you are the man, that you handle business, that this is what you mean. So I watch, even though in the silo when women talk amongst themselves, they may mention this, or they might defend that they don't want this. In reality, she cannot fight her natural primitive imperatives. I don't care what they say. She cannot fight her natural, what? Primitive imperatives. I don't care how many degrees, where she works at, what she does, she's a woman at the end of the day. And that's what most guys don't miss. She cannot stop that natural primitive wild beast that's inside of her. I should do a show about how to bring her out, but that part had to be for OnlyFans, how to bring out that side of the woman. But back to what we're talking about. So what you have to do now, if she does this to you, is not get in your feelings. Don't get in your feelings. Look at it objectively and not subjectively. As my favorite song is, don't take it personal. Easy come, easy go. Jermaine Jackson. Let me get this. I've argued back and forth with him many times. Seems the only thing I was missing was a dress. Am I lying? I'm offline. When you go back and forth with them, you ain't did this, I ain't did that, and you are emotionally drained, and she just eating off the fruit of your emotional response. Say more. That's all she's doing. Say more. That's why your mama bald head. That's why you ain't this. You ain't a good dad. You can't do this. What she's doing is, the more you give her, the more emotional response you give back to her, the more she feeds it back to you. The more you say something back to her, the more she's going to give it back to you. The more you say something to her, the more she's going to give it back to you. And now what you need to do is, boom, calm down. We need to sit down and talk. Now I see that we need to communicate, and you leave the discussion on what's going on. That's the difference. Okay, I see we got some issues here. Let's sit down and talk. Now, one of the things, we're not going to disrespect each other. We're going to talk about the issues, but we're not going to do an ad hominem where we're attacking each other's character. But this is what's going on. Explain to me what's going on. If you just do this one thing, brothers, listen, many times women are processing when they are talking. I'm giving away too much good stuff. Women are processing while they're talking. So all you got to do is like, that'll mean you need to be a psychologist or a therapist. No. Don't do that. But in the midst of what's, like, you're having an argument or disagreement, you'd be like, okay, I hear what you're saying. She just wants to be understood. When you understand her, then you can go and make your point. I understand your point. I see where you at, but this is how we're going to handle, and this is the direction that we're going. Giving too much away. Let's see, Roscoe. We can be firm and direct without displaying anger or any emotions. Women look up to us as men. They look up to us. Yes, they do look up to us as men when we are being men. They look up to us when we are being men. But when we put on a dress and we want to tangle with them, guess what happens? They will go for the go. Let me explain it. I was on a live with Alfie and a number of guys, MLD and some other guys, and somebody came up, young lady came up, I know. And she was going back and forth in the chat room, going back and forth in the chat room. She was saying what she was saying. So they brought her up. She came up. And then they were going back and forth. Well, you ain't this, go do that, this and this and that. And I sat there. If you see my face, matter of fact, I might have had this shirt on. And I just sat there. I didn't say anything. I just watched him go back. This one say that one. This one say that one. You ain't nothing. And she got more riled up. That's why you fat. That's why you and this and that. And I sat there, smile. And you know me. You know my facial expression. Give it away. I'm like, yeah, okay, great, interesting. And then I say, hey, that's enough. I need you to be quiet, and I need you to do not say anything. First of all, you're on the men's panel. And you came up here. We're not going to allow that. You made your point. It's time for you to come off the panel and go back into the chat room. I need you to not to say anything else to her. This is exactly what I did. It's on tape. I got to find a video. I probably need to find a video, cut it, and show you what it happened. Don't do that. Don't say another word to her. When I did that, she said, you're right, LDA. I'm going to get off the channel. Thank you for saying that. You know what the difference between everybody else and me? When everyone was in there. Guess what the difference was? I let her get off what she wanted to say. I wasn't moved by what she did or what she said. But I said, you had this time for you to come off the panel because it was a man's panel. We were talking men things. That's the thing. Another thing women don't know. You think that it's your right to battle with the man. It's not, no, sister. No. If there's a panel of men, there's a place. Allocation of responsibility. And that was not your place. You made it have a point, which was good. But I told her, it's time for you to stop. That's enough. That's enough. And when a woman hears the lion inside of a man, she has only one or two things to do. She either gets bit or she retreats. And at that junction, she retreated and came off. Yeah, this is no allocation of roles, right? She came off that. So you got to understand that. There's no slight against those other guys because them guys are real cool, real guys, appreciate them. So it's no lie to get them. It's just an example. You can't go back and forth with them. Then she was on the panel. She had all the men up in the uproar. They were, no, not here. That's enough. Stop it. Don't say another word to her. You heard, don't say another word and actually jump off of the panel. LJ, in the sense you can speak on a woman's aggressive attitude that would turn a man off. This goes to story. That goes with the story you told. Yeah. So when a woman in LDA in that sense, can you speak on women aggressive attitude that would turn? Yeah. When a woman is aggressive, immediately red flag, first down. Not even first down, out, ejected. No man wants to deal with a woman with aggressive, manly attitude. Oh, what's up? What are you going to do? I want to do this. Nah. See, what's going to happen is You're going to push the wrong button in the man, and you're going to get, in so many words from what I grew up at, you're going to get chin checked. And when you get chin checked, don't get mad and be talking about, I didn't mean it like that. You cannot come to men just any kind of way. That is one of the problems we have inside of. I said this on another live that was I said we have too many women with their Timbs on and not their stilettos. We have too many women with their Timberland boots on. So for the give a Timberland boots on and not their stilettos. They're so aggressive and so, I'm going to tell you, I'm independent. Ain't nobody telling me what to do. But yet they're lonely. Y'all need to hit that cash app. That they're alone. Nobody wants to deal with them. No one wants to deal with that. And as one content creator called them German shepherds. No one wants to deal with that. That's a turnoff to a man. You have your Timberland boots on, laced up, and not your stilettos on. Stilettos. Men, if you see she has her Timberland boots on, exit stage left. You don't want to deal with that. See, now she's in her masculine trying to combat your masculinity. You know why? Because no one has taught her. She either seen her mother do it or the men in her life always were subjected to her and they never checked her and put her in her place. It is a turn off to men when women become with their Timberland boots on. Yo, you in New Jersey, you know how it is, New York, New Jersey. I know how the women, I lived in the Bronx, lived in Jersey, Saddle River, New Jersey. Well, not so much Saddle River, but I was in Irvington and Newark. I know how it is. The women are, when they come like that, yeah, I'm going to tell you what's going on. It is like this. You can hear it in their voice. They're too far. They didn't sniff too much masculinity and that they're high on it. They need to come with their stilettos on. Stilettos, not their Timberland boots. So if you hear anybody else using these terms, it originated from the mind of LDA. Too many women are stuck in their Timberland boots and need to put on their stilettos. Time to be a woman again. So you being aggressive and you want to show you what you got. I don't need no man. You the most miserable person that there is, lady. Because you're not winning. And any man that you get, you're going to put him underneath your boot. And you will never respect him. You will never respect him. And what you would need, since y'all want to go there, is a man who not only will have on Timberland boots, will have on those army boots and put you definitely in your place. I know it's a hard pill, but when a woman comes like that, I don't entertain it. I don't got time for it. Matter of fact, I look at her, I don't argue with her, I don't go back and forth with her. I did in the past, but I don't do that. And I'll look at her, apparently you don't know who you're talking to. Apparently you're used to doing this. Apparently you used to do that to the men you deal with. But right now you need to back down. I don't care if she's being aggressive, I don't care if she's a lesbian, I don't care what it is. You're out of place. And all that rah-rah stuff is not sexy at all. That tells me that you have not been thrown or you have not been pushed into your femininity. So men, I'm warning you. You see that woman? Go stage left. Cooperation, submissive, feminine. That's the kind of woman you need. All that right. It takes too much energy dealing with a wild horse, a wild jackass. It takes too much energy dealing with a wild jackass. And all you are doing is looking at her ass. this too much for you, I can stop because I'm at 10 minutes now. Too many of you guys are trying to tame a wild jackass because you're so focused on the ass. I'm just saying. But she look cute, man. I gotta have her, man. You're too focused on the ass and not realizing you have a jackass and you can't train him. Good show, LD. I needed to hear this. Appreciate that. Some of y'all y'all want the jackass. I mean, y'all think y'all can get on it. I can tame her. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. Stop messing with these jackasses. Women, same thing with you. Stop trying to fix a man. This ain't tool time. Woo, what you say? You can't lead a jackass to water. Same with you women. Stop dealing with men who are jackasses. I know what I'm talking about. It. Stop dealing with those men. You think you can tame him and get him under control while he's kicking you in your teeth, metaphorically and physically. Metaphorically and physically, he's kicking you in your teeth. I'm talking to the right people. This right here is a classic show. Stop dealing with dudes who are kicking you in your teeth because you think you can tame them. You need to leave them alone. Go the other way, woman. I'm talking to you. Ain't you tired of having missing teeth, metaphorically? Men, aren't you trying? You so focused on the ass that you don't realize that she's a jackass. Many of your problems will be solved if you just be honest and realize what you're really dealing with. What in you think that you need that type of woman? What in you thinks that you need to have that type of man? Why don't you feel that good? Why don't you feel worthy about yourself that you believe that you deserve better? What in you makes you feel you need to deal with that type of behavior? What in you makes you feel you deserve a woman like that or a man like that? I don't understand that. Some of you guys deal with too much behavior that you don't even need to deal with because you're trying to fix it. But really, you're trying to fix yourself through them. But I'm just talking right now. You're not going to hear this level of game or information, I promise you, anywhere else. Because if you apply the things I'm talking about day to day, this will improve your game. This will improve your interaction with women. This will, for the women, going to improve your interaction because you're understanding the man. You're going to be more, effective. But ain't nobody telling you this. You want to give you the yellow pill, green pill, pink pill, green pill, yellow pill, black pill, this pill, that pill, menthol, this, wait, they want to give you all that. But I'm telling you right now, this is the raw, unadulterated truth. This is how it is. This is not theory. This is life. This is experience talking. I don't care what they say. I don't care. This is what it is. We have 5 minutes. Hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal. Let me know if you enjoyed this, what I shared today. Like and share. Get the likes up. Share this. Because I dropped a lot of jewels in this one. I dropped a lot of stuff, especially if you're a jackass. Or you're chasing the jackass because you're trying to get that ass. I shared a whole lot. Get the likes up. One question only. and we're going to end this. We got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes. I've been going for an hour. And when I've been going straight in, this is very potent. This needs to be behind the paywall. So it's coming, 2021, behind the paywall. This stuff will be going because it's too potent, too potent, too potent. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Too potent because it is the fundamentals. This is the fundamentals. This is the fundamentals. Some of y'all are just wasting your time with people who you're trying to tame. If you enjoyed the show, let me know in the chat room. I'm about to end it, about to go. I got to get ready for what I need to do next. As we are coming to a close. See what we talk about tomorrow. Maybe we talk about people. I can't name the show that. Let me know. I know it's a time delay, so let me know. Right. Stop taming. Right. Okay. When I was in a social situation, everyone's afraid of. When I was in a social situation, everyone's afraid of COVID. I felt my body paralyzed when I suddenly learned how to control any advice. Okay, I'm gonna get to you. Oh, what's the number? Somebody, what's the number for the day? Good question. This was a solid stream as usual. Thanks for this. Okay. When I was in a social situation, everyone's afraid of COVID, and I felt my body paralyzed. But then suddenly learn how to. Can you reframe that one more time for me, Dante? Can you reframe that a little bit more clear, precise what you're asking? Reframe that, and I'll answer it. Straight to the point. This is foundational stuff. So when you listen to other people, you can pick up the bones and get the meat from what they're saying. So there's no shade on anybody else. So I don't want you to think I'm shading anybody else. But this is just fundamentals, spiritual side. This is a spiritual side to it to get you to and then we need to pick the number. What's the number for the day? Fear soul, pick the number for the day since you said it. What is today's number? Yesterday was 1221. Yesterday was 1221. Today we're on 1222. Wow, 1222. Okay. To control reactive, I guess, is or the mind. So what you do is to control, you have to practice, like with any muscles, how to bring your thoughts into subjection. Wow, 222 is the number. 11. Y'all see, y'all don't even understand. 222 and 11 are all both master numbers. 222 and 11 are both master numbers. Wow, that's something. That is crazy. So this was a master level thing. Subjection. So suggestions. So what you do is in those, right, 222 is the, yeah. So what you do is you got to practice bringing your thoughts in subjection. What I mean is you don't fight your thoughts. You're like, you look at it, said, no, I'm not going with that thought. 222. Yeah, y'all getting it now. 222 is the number. So you bring your thought and you learn not to respond to all your thoughts that come to you. So what happens is 222, y'all getting it. 222 is it. There's something magical about that one. It's a master number, mastery level number. 222. So if you see it anywhere today, know where you first started hearing it at. If you see 222 anywhere on your clock, or while you out somebody's license plates, where you at the doing this at the job while you eat your salad and sipping your drink, you see 222 somewhere, you know that you're connected to where we're at. But in essence, because I'm at the 1 o'clock, let me bring that. That's something that we can talk offline, Dante, because I need more to it. I know what you're getting at, but in essence, let me give you in the short. You have to learn how to bring your thoughts into subjection and not react to them just because they're there. So in that saying, this is Lawrence D. Adams. That's right, Lawrence D. Adams. Follow me on Instagram. And you can find me on theldalifestyle.com if you need to get some information. Find out the book, The Secret Invisible Crown, the audio book, The Secret Invisible Crown, the audio book, The Magic, The Power of Believing in Yourself. If you missed the conversation between me and Warren B, that's also there too. If you need those links to those things, I definitely have them. Let me get the links to them right quick for you guys so we are all on the same page. Because, yeah, you may not give the cash app, you may not have it or everything like that. But if you buy one of the products, it's definitely here to support what we're doing here. And I can't find my linked product thing. And then two, also, some of y'all don't even know I have music out. If you need that music, you might need that music. Go on Apple, go on Google Play, go on Spotify, whatever else. Go get Midnight Lovemaking. You think, well, Midnight Lovemaking? I don't want that. No, it's music to actually soothe your mind, to get you in a place of being centered. So look up Lawrence D. Adams, and you will find that music on Spotify, Apple, and on Google or any streaming. I'm on Tidal, anything else. Look for that track, Midnight Lovemaking. Listen to that and begin to relax. Begin to get into a place of relaxation. Begin to say, I'm centered. You need to look for that. Lawrence D. Adams on Spotify, on Google Play. Get that music, get that track. Begin to center yourself. If you need any of my products, The Power of Believing in Yourself, The Secret Invisible Crown is an imperative. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tim. Thank you so much. That's it right there. All the products are there. If you need to get any of the products, you need to get that. You need to get those things. You need to get those things, because when you get those things, this is just solidifying what we do here on this channel. So in that saying, I'm past 3 minutes off. This is Lawrence D. Adams. Hit that link right there. You can find out all the products that are there. Some are very pricey because what I do is very valuable. I am a technician giving you a treatment in masculinity while women are listening. I am Lawrence D. Adams, and I am out. See you tomorrow, 12:30 sharp. We're going to talk about something else, but thanks for that link right there. Hit that link for the products that are there, the music that's there. There's things on there that can help you. Some of the things, the questions that you have is tapped in right into the products that I've already made. If you get the products, it's Christmas time, get them products for yourself. The best gift you can give yourself is to yourself. Don't forget to give somebody else something either, but give yourself, invest in who you are. And we are out on that. And till next time, I'm out.